The Buffalo Bills have a Thursday night football game this week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming into town. So here's my 3 things to look for in this week's game. First of all, Buffalo has been coming out so slow in games. The first half has just been offense bad over the last few weeks. So that's the first thing. We've got to see some up-tempo, some let's go, sense of urgency. I'd like to see him come out in the no huddle. We'll see what happens, but I think that might give him a little bit of a sense of urgency. I know in my days of semi-pro football, they always smelled that root or, smelling salts to try to get going so that they could be ready and up for the game. So, got to do something to get the offense going. On the defensive side of the ball, defensive tackles down. If Ed Oliver can't play again, it's bad enough to not have Daquan Jones, and then you don't have Ed Oliver. It really hurts us up the middle. I loved Tim Settle, Poona Ford, and I think that even Elianku and Jordan Phillips will play in this game. And it really affects the game. If they can run up the middle, then the linebackers have to suck up and they can throw over their heads. It just causes a domino effect of things on defense. So, and without Milano, without White, you could say this all year, it's really going to hurt. So, on the defensive side of the ball, can we stop the run up the middle? That's the one thing. And continue and get some pressure at the same time when a passing play. So, those pressure up the middle. So, we'll see how that works out. And then the third thing is with Dawson Knox out of the game. He had to have wrist surgery. And Morris is out as well. He has an ankle problem. I don't think he's going to be able to play. He was limited in practice, so he might be able to play. But that's going to leave us with Kincaid out there at tight end now. So probably bring Joel Wilson up, but if that's the case, but still, and you got Gilliam out there that can play some tight end. But they're going to have to change their offense a little bit because they've been playing a lot of 12 men with both Knox and Kincaid on the field. So we got to get some more people involved. And as you know, I went to every single day of training camp, every day. And 2 of the stars of training camp were Gabe Davis and Trent Sherfield. Of course, Diggs was too. And Diggs has shown it during the season. But we got to find more targets than just Diggs. Gabe Davis needs to step up more than he's been doing, especially now with Knox out. And where has Trent Sherfield been? Because that guy was like the star of several days at camp, and we've hardly seen him in games. And maybe this week's the week they can try to get him more involved. He is a good blocker, so maybe now with Knox out, they'll put him in on some of those plays to try to be the blocker. They did that in a red-blue game earlier this year where they had one play where there were 2 tight ends set and they stayed in to block. Well, Sherfield took one of the tight ends' places and did a great job blocking, actually. So, I don't know. These are just thoughts off the top of my head, but got to come out with intensity. Now, we all know about Sugar High Josh. So I want to come out with intensity with a turbo button for Josh. Like, come out, start the game on fast pace. All Josh has got. And then if we can establish a lead like we did against the Jets, then turn back Josh and try to run the clock. That's what we didn't do in the Jets game in the first game of the season. We left Josh on that turbo button, and it came back to bite us. Each game has to be managed differently, and I don't think that we're coming out with enough intensity to be able to put a lead up where we were falling behind in games because our offense just is going 3 and out, and it doesn't work. I know we only punted 1 time in the last game, but he had turnovers and just drive-ending things. So those are the things I'd like to work on. Game management with intensity at the beginning. defensive tackle play to stop the run up the middle and getting more players involved in the offense, particularly Gabe Davis and Trent Sherfield. I think Kincaid will be more involved. Diggs will stay involved. Cook will get more involved, but can we get Sherfield and Davis involved? And it'd be good if you could even get Shakir involved. So those are my thoughts for the game. Hopefully it's a great one. Thursday Night Football. Ryan Fitzpatrick coming back into town with the Amazon people for the game. And legend of the game, Andre Reed, will be there as well. So looking forward to it. Going to be fun on a Thursday night. And hopefully we bring home a Bills victory. So with that, I say go Bills. And always remember, God loves you. God loves you. And so do I.